Welcome to this week's episode of the Nerd Eye Council. Such abrupt breaks in there.
Wow. Did they shut your service off, bro? Yes, this is the all wrestling episode. No, it's not. I won't let them do that, people. I won't let them. They would if I let them.
That's my bad, guys.
Maybe one of these days.
I feel locked.
Bob's got a new phone. He don't know how to use it.
That's alright. Well,
we're back. What's up?
We're on a different day this week due to scheduling constraints, so we're on a Sunday, actually.
Oh, you can't do a podcast on the Lord's Day.
And, of course, tomorrow is Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day to everybody out there.
Happy Memorial Day, all you sons of bitches with guns and knives and big trucks.
American flag hanging out your ass cheeks.
Hot damn, I love this country.
A big old hunk of American cheese sticking out your ass.
Try to take my guns from me. I dare you.
I know my amendment. Second, first, and third.
Oh, my cold dead body. Yes, happy Memorial Day, all you suckers out there.
All you veterans.
This week's episode, we're going to be covering Star Wars, we're going to be covering Wonder Woman, we're going to be covering...
That's right, I got a few things to say about that bitch.
and some other entertainment news and
hey,
whatever
did you
else
mention
we
Star
think
Wars,
of.
Nate? Did you mention we're going to do Star Wars?
Yep. We're going to start right off with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Alright, that's what we're talking about. Alright. Star Trek, yeah. But also a little bit of Venom news that the whole world already knows about, but we're going to cover it.
Yeah, a couple weeks late, but hey, what the fuck.
I know.
Sorry we weren't with you last week. We had scheduling conflicts. And
Literally.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
So...
Lay it on us, Nate.
So, read an article basically stating the reason why Luke has a green lightsaber.
Why he has a green light?
Why he has a green lightsaber.
Because he's a badass, that's why.
You know,
this is a great story.
a lot of the Jedi mythology is that the color of your saber is supposed to represent your affinity, how powerful you are with the Force, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And originally, Luke was supposed to have a blue lightsaber throughout the original trilogy. And when it came to Return of the Jedi, when they were shooting the scenes on the sand barge, they found out that the blue lightsaber blended in with the blue sky on Tunznia.
Yeah.
So there was no mythology behind it, really.
No, and they tried a bunch of different colors and nothing worked until they got to the green one, and the green one stood out and said, you know what, he's going to have a green lightsaber.
I was always wondering.
Dude, it does stand out. I'm telling you, though. There's something, at least for me as a huge Luke Skywalker fan, that is like the Luke Skywalker scene. I mean, yeah, you might be able to debate that with a couple other scenes, but the scene on the barge, Jabba's barge, and for the first time that we see that green lightsaber, dude, it just shines. Yeah. I think that's like part of the appeal as a 6-year-old boy when I was in the theater watching it, that I saw that green lightsaber like, what?
Yeah, I went to the movies with a 6-year-old boy.
That's a different podcast for a different time. It wasn't me. He's not talking about me.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that lightsaber, that green pops, man.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah, it does.
See, George Lucas almost ruined my childhood. If he'd have kept it blue.
Yeah.
And so if he would have kept it blue, every Jedi would have had a blue one. Correct? Running upon the basis of, basically like the original idea was only red and blue, right?
I thought, what was Obi-Wan's when he was fighting Vader? What color?
Blue.
Was it blue?
Yeah. Obi-Wan always had a blue one.
Well, Yoda had the green one. But that wasn't...
That wasn't until the prequel.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that was the original plan, red and blue.
Yeah, it was red and blue, and then they introduced... And they introduced green. Then Mace Windu with the purple one.
I'm still trying to figure out why the hell his is purple.
He's a pimp, bro!
I know red and blue
Pimps
makes
love purple.
maybe he's got some kind of dark side with him too, a little bit.
Well, they do say that a little bit about him, that he fights in
one of the lightsaber forms is the most powerful.
What is it? Oh, by the way, Junior's here.
Oh yeah.
He's grown up and gotten quiet like his mom, so I'm gonna...
Yeah, Bro-Obi-Wan Kenobi is here.
Bro-Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Bro-Obi-Wan.
Yeah, we screwed it up.
No, it was Obi-Fin Kenobi.
We got to talk to you guys about the podcast because we had some major shifts in. We're going to be doing this. Matter of fact, we were going to do this on YouTube. We're going to be doing it on YouTube. We got a channel. It's up. You can go watch us.
Yeah.
We should really just save this towards the end, but you can watch us on YouTube. We're up. We got. Are they all on there now?
I think a good chunk of them.
Maybe 2/3 of the podcasts are on YouTube at this moment. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later on.
Yeah, we'll get to all of that.
But Bro-Obi-Wan Kenobi, what were you saying? What's
Broby, I like that.
Phineas J. Whoopi is here. That's a cartoon character. Probably none of you guys remember.
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera.
And I know.
Hey, remember
nothing
the
about
cat?
that.
Remember the like tannish colored cat or orangish colored cat? And he was like Phineas J. Whoopi, and he'd always be like exit stage left.
Oh,
Do you kinda remember
yeah,
it?
I know you're.
And he'd always walk off the right side of the stage.
Heavens to make a choice.
Yes, that's Phineas J. Whoopi. Anyways,
Yeah, that's before my time.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
No
You guys
country
are
for
old.
old men.
You guys are old.
hey, watch it. We'll strike you down with our lightsabers. No one will know. No one will ever know, and you'll never return to the podcast.
But I think the lightsaber form is vapid or vapid.
It's a vape head.
Vapad, yeah,
Vapad.
that's what it is. Yeah,
It's a form he made out of
Form
Jew.
7?
Yeah, Form 7 is like Jew something, Jew-O.
I know jujitsu, bitch!
Yeah.
George, I know jujitsu. Let me work some of that stuff in, man.
Jew.
No, something like that. Joey.
The Jewish lightsaber. I don't want to go over there.
But yeah,
This is like, let my people go!
I don't want to go over there.
I'm sorry. Reeling it back. So anyways, his form actually incorporates like anger and aggression.
not that, but like emotion, strong emotion.
Right. Which is what anger and aggression is.
Okay.
But anyways,
he controls it though.
right. He's the only dude that apparently like plays around with the dark side and doesn't cross over. But we all know he was taunting
Kylo
Anakin
Ren.
from the beginning.
Kylo Ren. You can talk about him.
We talk about Kylo Ren. Yeah, I love Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he's alright.
No, I was just saying he's kind of like both there too.
He's an
Like
asshole.
in the middle.
Killed Han Solo.
Dude.
I'll never forgive you, Adam Driver.
Dude, I'm telling you what, I think it's going to be a giant mistake if they don't have him in the helmet at all. I really do.
You think he needs a helmet?
I think at least one segment of the movie he needs to be in the helmet.
I don't know, dude.
I'm telling you.
Well,
I think he's a great actor. I like the dude a lot, but that helmet added something, man. Something.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to wear the helmet. There's nothing wrong with his face.
Right? It was an homage to his grandpa, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I've heard speculation that he's not going to have the helmet on. We've seen some pictures. Vanity Fair. Did you guys hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
Around the Star Wars subject. So we finally got a picture of Benicio del Toro.
Okay.
And Laura Dern. I don't know who really cares about Laura Dern. But Benicio del Toro, in this article, they still, check this out, man. Disney.
They're still not giving
They're
up.
not giving his name away. They actually gave him a fake name in the article.
Really?
Yeah, listen to that, which is really interesting, I thought. They're keeping this guy tightly under wraps, which makes me start to wonder, is it Ezra?
No, it's Boba Fett.
If they're keeping it this under wraps, it's got to be something. It's got to be something big where you're like, okay, so in the article, they refer to him as DJ. But they say right in the article, that's not his real name. So there's speculation.
Dr. Jones!
Dr. Jones!
Dr. Jones!
Where you been, Dr. Jones?
You said DJ or
DJ. DJ.
Yeah, Dr. Jones.
There's speculation on the internet that it stands for Dark Jedi.
Well, there was a website out a couple months ago that was stating that he was going to be related to Boba Fett, like his son or some relation. He was like something Fett.
Yeah, he's got to be some kind of relation.
It was something Fett. I can't remember.
He's got the dark skin, the dark hair.
He does have that Fett look.
Yeah.
But the picture of him, you guys haven't seen it?
No, not in the. I'm assuming he's in the character.
Well, they show there's set pictures. They're pictures from the movie. They show Laura Dern, which she's some sort of like, it's kind of an Amidala look. She's a royal socialite or whatever. She's got blue hair, but she's dressed like freaking. What age is that? 1500s, where they wore the
Victorian?
Victorian, like corsets and stuff. The picture they have of him, it looks like the picture Deadpool had. Remember where he's laying on the rug?
Oh, yeah.
It is, dude. Benicio del Toro, the only picture they released, he's like got his legs up and he's like chilling on the floor. But behind him, there's a book. And you don't notice it because
it's a Jedi book.
Behind
prophecy.
It's a book, and the only words you see on it are bank.
This is bank statements, bro.
So people are speculating he's either a Dark Jedi, maybe that's what DJ means, or he's some sort of financier for the...
He's the attorney for Luke Skywalker. He's the Jewish one.
My client just simply wants his arm back. Is that so much to ask in a court of law? People are speculating that he's a financier of either the the Resistance or the First Order.
First Order. That's probably.
Or maybe both sides are after his money.
Mm-hmm.
Could be one of those things. Trying to get back financial backing. I really hope that's not the way they go. I don't want to see.
That's kind of a letdown if it ends up being
because that's
if they're being really that secretive about it, and then it's going to come out that he's like some finance guy, like fuck this shit.
That's almost shades. I mean, I like the prequels.
Flip the table, mate. Flip the table.
It's almost shades of the prequels though, with the Trade Federation and like the makes me wonder how much politics are they going to bring into the universe now.
Yeah.
If this guy's a banker or a financier or whatever. And I hope, like Nate said, I really hope that's not the direction they're going.
I wouldn't think they would. I don't think they would even put him in an article if that was the case.
Honestly, if
he's
they're
a major
keeping
character,
if they're keeping it this secret, it's got to be something huge.
Yeah, you put him in an article, the first article, and you name the other characters, but he has a fake name.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a good chance that it is
Darth
Ezra.
Jerry.
It's Ezra, I'm telling you.
From work.
Darth.
Oh my god.
He burns his lightsaber. Alan is Snoke.
Damn it, Jerry, you're doing it wrong.
We gotta stop making inside jokes because everybody's like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Alan who? Parsons? What are we talking about?
That's Jim Parsons.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the Alan Parsons project.
Oh, I was talking about
Big Bang Theory.
Whatever, yeah.
Bazooka,
Bazinga.
Bazinga, that's right.
Bazooka.
Don't take my nut card away, I knew what it was.
Oh god. That's going on a t-shirt.
Bazooka! We should put that on a shirt. Catchphrase is born. Oh, hell no.
And that means
the 10th caller to the contest line
is...
Oh my god, it's Weezer!
Put her on speakerphone. Let the whole world...
How dare you call me during the podcast, you bitch! Just playing, I love you! Don't fire me. Where were we? Star
We were
Wars.
talking about Star Wars.
Of course we were talking about Star Wars when she calls.
Darth Jerry.
Vader, give us a minute. Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there that I saw a little bit about the Vanity Fair. There's pictures out there, but we still don't know who he is.
Dude, that's crazy.
Other Star Wars news.
There was also another article I read, having to do mostly with the Last Jedi, in reference to Rey and kind of trying to figure out who Rey is.
Mm.
And for
really,
like for
I'm
like
just over it.
for
I really am.
well, for the merchandising purposes of it, that they have now assigned the blue lightsaber to Rey.
I
so
know,
now
I've
it's
seen
it's
that.
identified as Rey's lightsaber.
I say bullshit.
And Luke's green lightsaber is now his. It's identified with him now.
Wait a minute.
And they're
they
like,
mentioned the green lightsaber in the article.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you go
because they were saying that when Luke had the blue lightsaber, he was just given it, and you don't become truly a Jedi until you build your lightsaber, right?
I consider it Anakin's lightsaber.
So it was still Anakin's, lightsaber and everything. He had really no affinity for it, all this stuff, until it loses it, and it somehow ends up with Maz Kanata.
So wait a minute.
Somewhere. We don't know why yet.
Right.
But
Are we going to start off episode 8? She's still trying to give it to him, and he's like, "It's not even mine. I don't want it. Just stop."
Stop, dude.
First 15 minutes, she's like, "Just take it." He's like,
That's
"Take
it.
it."
Fucking fuck you, ladies, choking her out.
No, I let her invade my life 5 days a week. No.
People are trying to interrupt us.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Nothing personal.
But
It's funny because I just want to throw this out there. Oh my goodness. Okay, talk amongst yourselves.
So the article was saying that so Luke had no connection with the lightsaber, and they were wondering why the lightsaber never called out in Episode 7 and never called out to Luke
like it did Rey.
like it did Rey. And when Rey touched it, she heard all this stuff, but she never heard Anakin's voice. So that's leading people to think that Rey is a reincarnation of Anakin.
Wow.
That's why there's that connection with this lightsaber, is because she's reincarnated, the reincarnation of Anakin.
Well,
Yeah, I heard that too. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be sweet.
well, it kind of makes sense because, like, Anakin was the chosen one, right? He was made from the Force. So,
Which would then be led to believe that she was also created
yeah.
by the Force.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome somehow that, like, she's a reincarnated soul of Anakin.
Yeah.
You think she'll ever, you think she'll remember? Like, like if she is a reincarnated version of Anakin, you think she'd get her memories back from episodes 1, 2, and 3?
Well, there's also supposed to be a rumor that Hayden Christensen was supposed to be in this.
Yeah, I heard that he was seen on set for episode 8.
Right.
That would be awesome.
So that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be cool.
And then she turns into Darth Vader Part 2, and then Finn has to turn her back to the light
Vader
side.
2.0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of Finn, actually, they, not in this one, but they haven't completely ruled out in Episode 9 that Finn and Poe
Are gay?
might
What?
have a
What?
relationship.
Wow.
No.
They haven't ruled it out. They didn't say yes. They are, but they haven't said no.
Wow. What was it? Who said that they were going to do something that Star Wars have never seen before?
Well,
There wasn't. I think it was at the beginning of 7 or something. I said these next 3 movies, you're going to see stuff that you've never seen in any other Star Wars movies.
well, there's a poster in Japan
Wow.
that says, "Get ready for the biggest shocker in Star Wars history."
That's in Japan.
And this was a poster in Japan.
Wow.
So there's supposed to be some big big twist, big shocker in this one that is supposed to even be more than Luke, I'm your father. Which was huge at that time.
Yeah, that was for the 70s. That was huge. Dude, what if it'd be like, Poe, I'm your baby daddy. Oh my god, dude! I can't deal with that shit, dude. Poe and Finn are gay. I'm done. I'm done. Or it'd be like Kylo Ren is secretly gay. That's why he's got father troubles, father issues. Oh man, that just ruined my day. Oh wow.
Oh my god. That's why he killed his dad. He didn't want to come out to him.
Yeah, you don't want to come out to tell his dad.
Han caught Kylo doing the thing from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh my god.
Would you fuck me? I will fuck me.
Looking in the mirror and shit.
And then Han figured out the secret, so he had to be
what are you
killed.
doing?
That's why he sent him off to Jedi camp.
You're supposed to knock, Dad. I'm glad your son's doing it again. Leave him alone, Han. He's just a boy.
He's just expressing himself.
He's asking if he wants to do me. Never mind, Dad. Get out of my room. Oh, Jesus. That would be awesome.
Han, get out of my house.
Get out of my plane. Get off my plane. Get off my room. Dude, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of different shit going on in Star Wars, that's for sure. And I can't wait.
There's a lot of information coming out.
Yeah.
And the closer we get, supposedly one of the Lego sets that came out might have given away who Snoke is.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't read it, but
dude, I seen when episode 7 was coming out, they were trying so hard to keep the toys and shit like that from being exposed and stuff, but it was like the Disney Xfinity, the little
Disney.
Oh, yeah.
the Star Wars one. They had Kylo Ren was talking to Rey, and he was like, kept calling her cousin and shit throughout the whole game and stuff. So like before the movie even came out, I was like, well, that's kind of a spoiler.
Is Captain Phasma gonna be in the new movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
They say who she is,
And they said that she's going to be unmasked in this one too.
Wow.
For another 2 minutes.
Probably.
Movie.
Well, I think I heard that she's supposed to have a bigger part than what she had in the last one.
Oh.
That's gonna be awesome. Captain Phasma. So I really thought Captain Phasma was gonna be like Jyn Erso. That would have been awesome.
In what? In what way?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm just putting it out there.
I'm just putting it out there. I mean, Jyn Erso, you know.
Like you wish she died at the end of 7 or something?
Yeah, you know. That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome. She just died.
Yeah.
Got out of our lives and everything.
Just be done with her. We're all tired of her anyway.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm gonna need a ride. And I'll call when I can. Bye.
So.
So, yeah.
Good.
Sorry for that brief silence there, but Darth Payne has now rejoined us.
Sorry about that, people.
The dark side got a hold of him for a minute.
That's how we turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling about the theory that the blue lightsaber never reached out to Luke, but reached out to Rey. And so the theory was that Rey would be the reincarnation of Anakin for why she has this seemingly connection with this lightsaber, and
Yeah.
it never had a connection with Luke.
I've heard this theory before a while back, and I was like, that's way out there.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, we brought it up on a podcast just for a moment, I think. Or you and me just talked
Yeah, I
about
don't know. But we talked about, like, how Luke was made from the Force, or Anakin was made from the Force, and, you know, we thought Rey, it's a possibility Rey was also made from the Force.
I still think my money is on, I don't know if she's the reincarnation of Anakin or whatnot, but my money is on the Force is her father.
Yeah.
Or
Would that
Ray's father?
That's where I'm at right now. That could change before the movie comes out, but
make her
it makes sense.
also the chosen one, though?
There's a lot of like interesting debate about the chosen one thing right now, because remember the whole Luke Skywalker on Rebels, and then you could look at that like, well, that's just Obi-Wan's opinion, maybe, or
No, Obi-Wan has straight facts.
he don't just throw his opinions around.
No, Obi-Wan knows all. Like, he talks to Qui-Gon's ghost, he talks to Yoda.
But you forget, man, only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Yeah, see? You are.
See, cowboy? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's true.
So I was just thinking, yeah, that kind of makes sense to me, except for, I don't know, well, we've talked a little bit about, like, is there a chosen one for, like, every time the galaxy falls into peril?
Right.
And I kind of think that's where they're going with this. That the Force is, like, almighty, like, God, like, sees the future, knows, well, Anakin's going to bring peace through what he did, but beyond Anakin, there will be more trouble.
You know, it'd be nice to get a clarification of what exactly this prophecy is.
Yeah. And
they've never explained. They've always said the prophecy. What exactly is entailed in this prophecy?
I mean,
like, once every 10,000 years, a person of great force awareness will arrive on scene or something and save or destroy the galaxy or something like that.
Right.
You know?
And I think we might actually finally get some prophecy clarification if you look at the trailer and go, there's gotta be
the
some...
Book of the Wills?
Yeah, I would be... I mean, if that scene happens and it's just like, boom, and it's over, and it looks like, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah.
She's like, what? I want to read the book. No, you don't have time for that. Let's go. I'll fill you in on the way. If that happens... No!
No, you know what's going to happen? He's going to open the book, and the camera's going to be right behind the book, and he's going to be like, his eyes maybe get like big away, and then he'll shut the book, and it's like, we got to go.
Right. And we still don't
like,
get to read
what is in there?
Alright, oh yeah, I want to bring something up.
It's a picture of Padme spread eagle.
it.
Just saying.
He's like,
The book has foretold.
Mom? You were in a German porno?
Okay, so, have any of you ever seen the episode of the Clone Wars where Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka, they went to this planet, or they got stranded or something, and it had the Force, like, entities there.
The father, the son.
Yeah, and the daughter. So, like, do you think, is that still canon? Does that, like, play into the actual universe of Star Wars? And
That is canon, because Clone Wars is canon. But I don't know much about that episode. I've only seen, like, bits and pieces. What happened in the episode, Finn?
Okay, so they went to this planet and they got welcomed by these entities, and they brought him in and like gave him shelter and everything. And the father was like, he reigned over both the dark side and the light side, and then the daughter was just like pure light side, and the son, he was just dark side. And while Anakin was sleeping there, the son, like, he disguised himself. He, like, shape-shifted into multiple things from Anakin's past, like his mom, Qui-Gon, and it was kind of like when the devil tempted Jesus, that part in the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, he came in and, like, he was trying to make Anakin remember regretful memories from the past and stuff. And then at the very end, Anakin, like, got turned to the dark side for a while, and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan had to fight him and turn him back. And then I'm pretty sure the son got either killed or trapped on the world.
I thought it was the daughter.
Yeah, the daughter got killed because of the sword thing.
The son killed the daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, yeah, the son... Did he fly away? I don't know, something like that.
That's one of those weird episodes where it is canon, but what the hell does it mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I've seen bits and pieces of that episode, and at the very end, they just like get on their ship and go away, and they don't ever come back to this. Like,
were those things like the creators of the Force? Did they control it? Because wouldn't that mean that they knew who Anakin was and they like technically created Anakin, or Plagueis created Anakin?
Well, I don't know if we're getting meta right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there's a creator of the Force, because I think the Force is the creator.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, once again, diving into religion, it's kind of like there was nothing before God. There was nothing before the Force. The Force created the universe, keeps it in balance, does its best to keep things in balance, while beings keep screwing things up. It's kind of like a system of checks and balances, is the way that I look at it. But who those characters are supposed to be, how much relevance they have, I don't know. We have the Bindu now, which, again, I don't watch Rebels on a regular basis, but I've seen a couple episodes with the Bindu. And the Bindu is kind of a weird thing because they talk about it like it's an ancient form of the Force. And the Bindu is, weirdly, right before you see the Bindu, you always see this like little owl creature, which means the Bindu is there. And then like you'll see, I guess this is what I was reading, this owl creature always appears right before the Bindu starts, but he's only revealed himself to that one character, Kanan.
Oh, okay.
And I say himself, I don't even know what it is, the Bindu. In the cartoon, they show it as this giant rock monster almost. And he speaks
That's cool.
about the Force and about how the Jedi and the Sith are narrow-minded. The Force is something greater than that. And I think Disney is trying to take that angle. It's bigger than the dark and the light.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as who is that father and son and daughter?
What if those are just beings that were able to master the Force so well that they
came into
they joined together with the Force. They became one with the Force.
I almost think of it as maybe they're not even real. They're more like apparitions of the Force.
A physical manifestation of the Force.
Right, like the Force created them to show Anakin something. I don't. Maybe Obi-Wan and Anakin, and was it Ahsoka that was there? Maybe all of them, because those are all three characters. But maybe more specifically, Anakin needed to be shown something.
Yeah,
maybe that he was going to turn. Maybe the point was to show Anakin he's on the edge of going to the dark side, because, like you said, he turns bad for a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe that was supposed to be the Force's way of saying, "This is your future if you don't change something."
Yeah.
I don't know. That's, like I said, I've never seen the whole episode, but
No, that's good.
I think that Snoke is Plagueis, and Plagueis made Anakin. And Plagueis, like it says in the Old Republic, he was able to master the Force and create life. And I think he did that. I think it's all Plagueis' plan. All of Star Wars.
I think that sounds credible, but they got to bring Plagueis into the universe because right now he's not a part of it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Until they make it canon.
I think Snoke might be Plagueis, dude. I mean,
I think there's a very good possibility. It makes sense.
What if Snoke is the son? Because he kind of looks like him. Like the son was bald of those Force entities. Because at the end, I'm pretty sure the son flew away, like into space.
Oh, that episode you're talking about. He was
like,
bald.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bald characters.
But then that also begs the question: if he was that powerful, then why was he hiding from Palpatine?
Was he hiding from him though, or was he manipulating him?
Well, whatever it was, Palpatine was scared. Palpatine was scared of whatever was out there, and he was sending recon patrols out there to see just exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And then Snoke never came out until Palpatine died.
So was it something that...
But did he set up Palpatine's death? Did he create Anakin with the knowledge...
Whoa!
Hold on. He created Anakin with the knowledge that Palpatine would try to manipulate him because he's the quote-unquote chosen one, and Anakin would he'd be too powerful for Palpatine to control.
It's interesting. You know, along that lines, here's what gets me.
look at you.
Here's what gets me, guys. Episode 7, Kylo is talking to the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Why? We have to believe that that's not Anakin talking to him. But we have to also believe from the dialogue, because he says, show me how to overcome this again, or something to that effect. Show me, grandfather, how to something like to resist the light again, or something. He does say again, as in he's been having conversations with this helmet. And my theory is it's Snoke.
Yeah, because Anakin can't talk to him, because Force Ghost can only appear for a short time to the outside world. Like,
But he could talk to him.
I don't know, can he though? Cause
Well, he was a Force Ghost.
He can talk through the Force because Obi-Wan was able to do that with Luke when he was in the X-Wing.
Right.
yeah.
Because he heard the voice, use the Force,
Oh
Luke.
yeah, that's true.
That's good, man. That was
that was
spot
good.
on.
That was real good.
So what if, tying into kind of what you were saying, what if Snoke has been using Anakin this whole time, knowing that he was eventually going to use Anakin to manipulate Anakin's grandson? Like, what if Snoke... Okay, we can call him Plagueis if they go that route, whatever. If they don't, they still could say Snoke created Anakin. They still could say that and say, there's still no Plagueis.
And if that's the case, then that would also explain why Snoke is so obsessed of getting Rey.
The girl, that's right. Because she is an extension. Either he created her, or he tried to create her, or, you know what I mean? Maybe didn't think it worked to make a Force being, and maybe it did, and when someone talks about this girl, he's like, what? Bring her to me. And maybe he's like, oh, I remember creating a Force being out in that area, or trying to. And I didn't think it worked, but apparently it did. And so it seems to me that Snoke's trying to eliminate all enemies, obviously. And if she is there's no Jedi except Luke, but he knows about her, that she's instilled with Force powers. I got to get rid of her, or I got to convert her. So I mean, you could look at that Snoke, Anakin, Rey connection, and then tie the lightsaber into it. Why is the lightsaber not talking to Luke, but calling out to her? And it was Anakin's lightsaber. And I said this to you before, Nate Dogg. I thought that Disney is kind of going the direction of things now hold power, Force powers. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but the necklace.
I think we briefly talked about
the necklace
it,
that Luke Skywalker is now apparently wearing. We're hearing that he's wearing a kyber crystal necklace, and it's a red one. So I really think they're trying to show like objects can be instilled with power, which is really an interesting connection, and I think we did mention this. If you think about the Nazis and the Spear of Destiny and the
Collecting
Ark
artifacts.
of the Covenant and how Hitler believed that specific items throughout history possessed power. And so he was on a search to collect those things so he could be all powerful. So I think Disney, look at the First Order. Dude, they are the Nazis. They are. I mean, they're depicting it just like the Nazis.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like up to the same stuff. Like, oh, let's just go look for that stuff that's got power, man, and we'll bring it back to Snoke. And he knows what to do with it. We don't know what to do with it. Or Kylo. So, I mean, there is a interesting connection there possibly, between Snoke, Anakin, Rey, and this lightsaber. I think the lightsaber is going to end up being far more important than we think.
Yeah, because they're
Why not just
spent
give,
a lot of time on it.
Yeah, and why not just give her own lightsaber?
Right.
That would, like, all the fanboys, that would get us all off. Like, if she had a staff lightsaber that was green or white, yes! That would be sweet.
That would be kind of.
We're all kind of waiting for her she's training.
I think that stick she's got is a lightsaber, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I've
I
heard
think
that
it is.
before.
I think it is. It's a double-sided. I mean, look at the tips, dude. It's just the end of it looks like Darth Maul's lightsaber.
It's too long though. Like you can't.
It could be a long double-sided.
No, like you can't fight with that.
You can fight with that.
Maybe
It doesn't matter the size.
Maybe
man.
like a lightsaber pike. With one end's a lightsaber, and then the other end, like you just.
Yeah.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Well, they did say in episode 8 that they're introducing another lightsaber style that we haven't seen before.
And then they go.
So then people are saying, okay, well, she's used the staff, and she still has the staff.
Yeah, she does. In 8, she still has the staff.
So
why would you not get rid of the staff?
It's not that far to conclude that maybe she converts it into a staff saber.
So they admit to us that now the blue lightsaber is hers.
Right.
She's still carrying a staff around. Like,
maybe
why?
Maybe she uses Luke's necklace, kyber crystal necklace.
Now that would be awesome. I really think because she didn't let that say that.
Oh, because then she would have a blue lightsaber and her red light. Then she would have her blue lightsaber and red lightsaber pike, because the necklace is red.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, they also don't really. She took that staff everywhere with her. She left it, then she went back and got it. I mean, there's something strong with that staff with her, some kind of connection. And it's not just for whatever she uses it for.
That's what I'm saying,
walking
man.
Or hitting or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. You got Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber now.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you still carrying a staff around?
Right.
That's what I'm saying, because she's both light and dark. She's going to use the kyber crystal necklace, and it's going to be red to resemble her being a gray Jedi.
What, you think she's going to have a red blade?
Well, the kyber crystal you said on Luke's necklace is red.
Right.
So
you're going with the...
Since there's no other place to find a kyber crystal, and she needs to become, like you said, to become a Jedi, you have to make your own saber.
There's no other kyber crystals that we know of.
Yeah. So
now, if there's a Jedi temple supposedly on Ahch-To,
there might be some kyber crystals.
There might be some kyber crystals, or at least a crystal.
Right. Right. I think what you're kind of hinting at is the who's the character that carries the red and the blue lightsabers that they have not made canon yet from the Old Republic. I can never remember his name, and he's one of my favorite. He was a Jedi.
Oh, it's Creighton.
No, so he does too, though. Doesn't
He's
he?
got yellow and red. I think that's from what I've seen.
Great.
Revan.
Revan, thank you,
yeah.
Nate. So you're kind of thinking maybe she's going to have a blue and a red lightsaber?
yeah, because to become a Jedi, you have to make your own saber, and a saber is always unique to the Jedi that you are.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to use her staff, convert it into a saber with the only known kyber crystal right now, which is Luke's necklace, and it will be red to resemble her being both light and dark.
definitely possible, but I think what Disney has said about the kyber crystals is that it takes on the color of its user, right? Didn't they bring that into canon or something? They changed the crystal.
Yeah,
I know they changed the idea of the crystal.
They also introduced in the Ahsoka book that she had a red crystal
and it turned white,
and she put it into a lightsaber or something, and then it turned white.
So maybe that's what's going to happen with Rey.
They're going to introduce a white lightsaber.
Maybe the red crystal, she creates.
Dude, how badass would that be?
That would be sweet.
To see a white lightsaber.
Maybe they're like, we don't want to bring Ahsoka into this trilogy, but we definitely want the gray. The gray Jedi, the white lightsaber.
That actually would be symbolic of gray. Yeah. It's not red. It's not blue or yellow or green or anything. It's white. It's neutral. It's down the middle.
Right.
That is cool.
That actually would be kind of badass to see on screen.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's so many things they better answer. There's so many. They got 2 movies to answer a lot of crap. And give me a healthy dose of Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I think Luke should have more part in this movie.
Oh, and I also mentioned while you were out too that not for episode 8, but for episode 9 possibly there could be a thing with Finn and Poe.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Homo Poe.
Stop it.
They haven't ruled it out. They haven't said no.
No.
They haven't said yes, but they haven't said no.
I know, bro. I was fucking crazy.
I'll jump ship. I'm telling you people right now. You can call me what you want. I don't care. I don't care what people do in their private life. I don't need to see that in the Star Wars universe.
If Homo Poe is a thing, I'm gonna be down.
That's gonna be a hashtag.
I'll burn down Disney World.
Alright guys, hashtag Homo Poe.
I'll set that swamp on fire. You will not bring a homo into my galaxy.
Dude, that is so fucked up, man.
Well, let's just hope that's internet BS.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
What about a thing between BB-8 and R2-D2?
I can live with that. I don't even care.
That's cute.
Gay droids? Fine. If that's what you want to do, whatever. Use the droids. Just, leave the
And
characters
then
alone.
C-3PO gets jealous.
I mean, we kind of already have a gay droid.
How dare you?
We were life partners. Yeah. So, anyways, any other Star Wars news? I wanted to mention what unfortunately, I've kind of been saying this all week long about what a bummer it is. All this stuff's coming out from Star Wars, and I don't want to know about it because I'm one of those guys that loves to go into the movie theater and just be completely shocked, surprised, don't know what's coming at me. But I'm friends with Ralph, so that never happens. So I don't know why.
Sorry.
Wreck-It Ralph. There's a reason why we call him Wreck-It.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're just catching that?
That's pretty good. Wreck-It, dude.
He wrecks every movie for me. but it's a podcast that we do, and we try to be informative and up to date on stuff. And I know I gotta suck it up and just, that's what you guys are listening for, and we want to give you what you want. It's just kind of a bummer stuff I've heard that I'm like, oh man, I didn't want to know that yet.
Yeah.
I've heard spoilers, I guess. It's already out there, but I still feel like it's a spoiler. That a big chunk of the movie might be Luke trying to hunt Snoke down.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I was kind of like, well, that sounds like a big plot point. That sounds like maybe half the movie or something. Which I really, honestly, in my opinion, there's so many different directions they can go. That doesn't seem appealing to me because we already spent all of Episode 7 going, where's Luke? So now we're going to spend all of Episode 8 going, where's Snoke?
Right, and it's gonna lead up to the end, and Luke's gonna hand Snoke a lightsaber, and here's yours.
Are we good now?
And then,
we're good. All right.
And they're just gonna stare at each other in credits.
No, that would be a good idea for episode 8. Like at the end, like the episode answer all the questions in Episode 7. Episode 8, have Luke hunt down Snoke, and then a big battle at the end. Bam. I'll be right back.
Mic drop.
I also... Spoilers again!
Yeah, bring it.
I also heard something about an evil BB-8.
Really?
Like a black...
I don't know.
Like
I don't know. There's two. I didn't even think about it from that perspective.
Because they have those Imperial droids were all coated in black and everything.
Yeah, maybe this is a mislead.
So this is like a
because
First Order BB-8.
Well, the way I read it was like there's gonna. I thought, oh, so there's gonna be a part in the movie where he turns bad. But then you might be right. They might have meant more like there's a version of BB or a droid that's similar to BB-8, and he's like the anti-BB-8 or whatever. He's the dark side BB-8.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's a little more.
He's got spikes on his
I mean,
side.
I don't really care.
Really.
If they make BB-8 evil, really, what's he gonna do? Like burn people with his lighter?
People will still go out and buy the.
Luke's fighting all these like bad guys and like, ow, he looks tough. BB-8's like with his butane lighter. Luke's boots are on fire.
Is your foot hot yet?
Dude,
what are you doing? Like, this is the best I can do, man. I'm dark side. This is all I got.
really
Oh yeah, you're scared now, aren't you?
Use the force now. He just takes the foot right off. Luke just goes, oh, falls over. Damn it! I'm down another limb.
I can't afford to lose anymore.
Any other Star Wars news before we move on, fellas? Let's talk about the Venom universe.
Yes.
Oh, you want to go right into Venom, or do you want to go into Wonder Woman?
Hold on.
I'm a little too heated right now. Still coming down, Nate.
Hold on. What Venom? Like
Let's save the
Spider-Man
hatred for a little
Venom?
bit.
Okay,
later.
so a brief recap. They're making Sony is making a Venom movie,
Alright.
and it's looking like they're going to be creating a Marvel universe with Sony.
A limited Marvel universe,
Right? Because they don't have a lot of licenses.
Right, they have
that they
Venom,
have Spider-Man,
and they have what's the other? The Carnage.
I'm assuming Carnage would be.
I read that they have his rights.
They do have his rights. Okay, well then, if you're doing Venom, it's only inevitable that you're going to get Carnage.
Right.
Wait, how do the Avengers have Spider-Man if Sony owns it?
Well, it was a deal that Sony and Marvel signed. It was for what, 2 or 3
pictures,
something. Yeah, 2 or 3 pictures, and Sony's getting them back in 2019.
Yeah.
So the new
Something like that?
The new Spider-Man movies is Marvel.
Yeah, so
It's
Spider-Man
Marvel,
Homecoming.
Sony. It's they actually, and this is kind of like weird. They don't do this much where studios combine.
Right.
It's a Sony movie, but Marvel
is
promoting
has their
it.
hands on
Right.
it.
There's Marvel licensing. Like Iron Man is not supposed to be in a Sony movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he's basically, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So, I mean, we have the MCU, which is a big money maker. Sony is struggling. They have limited resources, but they have Spider-Man. And I would assume that, I really have to assume, because Disney is the devil and they know what they're doing, that probably part of the deal is somewhere down the line they get Spider-Man back.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is doing is that they're gonna have Marvel build up Spider-Man to where he's hot shit,
Yeah.
and then Sony gets him back just in time to put him into the Sony universe,
Right.
where they're already gonna have the Venom movies established.
Right.
Possibly the next movie would probably be Carnage,
That would be cool.
depending on where they go, and then he'll get Spider-Man back, plug him into the next movie where he's teams up with Venom to fight Carnage or something.
Wonder how many other Spider-Man characters they own.
That would also be a good question. Now, a lot can happen between now and then 2. Maybe Sony gets some more rights, or maybe they strike a deal. Hey, give us this character to put in our universe, and then we'll give you something.
Yeah.
You know, there could be another deal, or they'll extend the deal with Marvel and say, okay, you can keep Spider-Man or something.
Right.
Or whatever.
So basically, the character Venom, Sony announced, I don't know, 6 months ago or something.
Roughly, yeah.
Hey, we're gonna make a Venom movie, and everybody's kind of like,
It's not going to have
I'm
Spider-Man.
not a
Right.
big fan of Venom, so.
Well, it's a cool character. It's a cool story.
Venom's pretty cool.
It's a cool story. There's a cool
he's
origin.
cool, but he doesn't have a huge impact on the Marvel world as a whole. And
No, he's more Spider-Man's corner.
Yeah, he's more plugged into the Spider-Man universe. My question is, how are you going to have a Venom movie without Spider-Man?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I don't know. But, okay, so the bomb drop that you guys probably already heard already, and we've just now kind of gotten to it because of last week being off. Tom Hardy is...
Yes.
Tom fucking Hardy is Venom. Tom Hardy.
what's wrong with that?
That's awesome.
There ain't nothing.
Oh.
That's awesome, dude. Like, I heard about the Venom movie, I was like, I guess I'll probably watch it, but not really psyched about it. Because it's Sony. If it was MCU, I'd be like, yeah, let's see what they're going to do with Venom. So, everybody, I think, was kind of lukewarm about it until last week they announced Tom Hardy, which means they're building a universe, so he's probably going to do several movies.
Yeah.
And, dude, Tom Hardy is a freaking awesome actor, and he's very selective.
Yeah.
He's very picky about the roles. I mean, he does a lot of, like, indie films. He's all about the acting chops. You know, he doesn't just go, I'm going to do this for the money. So you have to believe he must have read something and was like, wow. All right, sign me up.
Yeah, I think...
But that's exciting to me. That's about one of my favorite actors in all of Hollywood. I already heard somebody, I think it was Kevin Smith, was like, that's freaking awesome. Just don't do the voice or anything close to it.
The Bane
voice.
The Bane voice.
You really got to separate yourself from the Bane.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's like...
me, Bane. It's me, Venom.
Tom Hardy is the shit, though.
Yeah.
Venom in the Bane voice. It's me, Venom. Meow.
Scary, right? Like a devil. So that's really cool, I think. And Sony, give them props, man. They're trying with what they got. You know, they're going out there spending the big money because Tom Hardy doesn't come cheap.
Sorry, they make all their money with video games.
Yeah, their movie studios are apparently in trouble, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're making... Dude, I know it's a little off subject, we don't always talk video games, but I just saw a commercial for PlayStation Virtual Reality.
Oh, yeah.
What's that game? Did you see it? The game, it's like a...
Oh, it's like a first person. It's like there's like a bunch of sand and stuff.
Yeah, they're like on Mars or something.
like that. Yeah, some first person shooter.
Yeah,
Sign me up, man. Have you ever seen that stuff? Like the PlayStation one?
Yeah, I've seen...
You seem unimpressed, Nate.
I've seen the... I don't know if... I think it's for PlayStation, but the Rick and Morty...
Oh yeah.
VR. That actually is really. It looks really awesome.
I don't know if it was PlayStation. Probably not. But I went to Best Buy. I think it was the Samsung ones.
Oh yeah.
You weren't with me.
No, I wasn't.
Your brother was with.
But you were telling me about it.
And dude, whoa, that shit's amazing. It really is. The first one I put it on and it had like a arcade room in front of your eyes, and you could like pick which game you wanted to play. And I picked like some Star Wars looking game, and it was cool, man. You're like on a X-wing looking thing, and it like launches you, and you're flying through space. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. Well, then I took them off, and Joe wanted to put them on, and Joe puts them on. And remember the movie that came out, Pete's Dragon?
Yeah.
Like last year, I don't know, not too long ago. So that was like the game, and it had scenes from the movie, and basically you're flying on this dragon. So bizarre and like wow, dude, I don't even know how to put it into words.
Like that one scene.
You look around, you look around, dude, and like his like feathers, because that dragon has like feathers or fur or something. It's like flowing in the wind and stuff. I mean, it's like a movie. You're like in the movie and you're flying around on this dragon and everything is real. Like you turn and you look at the sunset and it's like a photo or a video of the sunset. I mean, just mind blowing. Mind blowing. In 10 years, dude, they're gonna be doing some crazy stuff.
I did see one of the actually I think one of the PlayStation games. It's a Star Wars game. It's like Star Wars, and it's Star Wars Squadron or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
I remember that.
But you're in an X-wing. You're in the cockpit. And you're like looking around and you can like hit the button to deploy the X-foils.
Wow.
And you're looking around and you got your different squadrons and your different capital ships and stuff, and you go into hyperspace. And you come out of hyperspace and there's like a Star Destroyer.
Wait, what's that like going into hyperspace? Like you saw a video for it?
No, or you the actual gameplay. I've seen the gameplay. I haven't actually experienced it.
Can you imagine having those goggles on and going to hyperspace?
Whoa!
Hanging onto your chair. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, they come out of hyperspace, and there's like a Star Destroyer or something, and they tied it in with Rogue One because it's chasing a V-wing, and you hear the Imperial droid.
Oh, K2SO.
K2SO. He comes over the con and
He's in it?
yeah,
Oh,
you hear his
I
voice,
this.
and he's like, we're transporting an important person or something like that. We need time to fix the hyperdrive so we can get out of here and everything. So your squadron gets deployed, and there's TIE fighters coming in. You're like shooting the TIE fighters and stuff, and you can go to the Star Destroyer and shoot like the radar array and like the batteries and stuff, and they're all like shooting at you and stuff. And then you can like look around, you can look behind you and see shit. I mean, it's fucking amazing. And this is just the demo.
Right.
This wasn't actually like the full game either. You know, and it's just like it's that, and it's Star Wars or Star Trek Bridge Commander, where it's like several people.
Damn.
And you're all on the bridge, so one person's the captain, one person's navigation, tactical, and all this stuff, and each one has control of a different station. And so you all have to work together in order to complete whatever mission that you're
bizarre,
doing.
man.
It's fucking amazing.
All I gotta say, man, is it's 2017 and they haven't invented a lightsaber yet. That's the closest thing to it. Just give me a game where I can pretend there's a real lightsaber in front of my face, and like if I drop it and it falls on me, like I cut my arm off.
That's gonna be the next step.
Yes,
That'd be awesome.
Give me the most real experience of a lightsaber you can possibly give.
They had the closest thing that they had so far was a Star Wars game for the Kinect.
Yeah.
And it had semi-responsive controls and stuff, but it wasn't.
So how does that work
mind-blowing.
Right. How does that work with the PlayStation VR? Do you
There-
have a video? Do you have a controller? in
Yeah,
your
there's. I guess it kind of depends on the game. There's different. So like, let's say if there was a lightsaber, you would probably have a single controller in the shape
hand? Like a hilt.
of a hilt with like maybe like a sensor on top of it, and it'll follow your movements like exact.
Wow.
And then it might be like you do a certain motion, like you throw it out like this, and the blade comes out or something.
Right.
Or if you set it like this, and then the blade comes out. So,
But in
depending
some-
on what the motion is.
But in some games, do you actually use the PlayStation controller?
No,
It has its own
usually
controller.
it's you. It might come with a controllers with sensors on. You see them like with like balls, or it could be like a something like a gun trigger, like you're holding like the butt of a gun,
Right.
with like triggers on them.
Like that.
So like you can like
like that game that they
grab
got out,
something.
we were just talking about, where you're like on Mars shooting these aliens or something.
yeah,
There's
something like that.
probably-
They showed that gun in the commercial, that realistic gun-looking thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's actually going to be one of the things you
Wow.
use. And then you can, like, shoot
That's
shit.
sweet.
Yeah, my aunt invited me over to. They have a VR, like her and her husband. It's not the PlayStation, but it's like the big.
Like an Oculus or something?
Yeah, like one of those big ones. And apparently it's like super cool. And she invited me over to play like next weekend or something. So.
But it's a game one?
Yeah. So next time I'm on the podcast, I'll tell you guys all about that.
Right on. Yeah, I just got one more thing.
All right. Go ahead and hit it. Because we'll probably talk a lot about this once you're done. And I'm assuming this is going to be about Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
So, Wreck-It Ralph's like, Wonder Woman,
Which
for,
would
like,
be-
for like the past year. I don't know, man. Wonder Woman.
FYI.
And I get it. I get it. I like the trailers. I think all the trailers have been great. Their TV spots look good. The movie looks good. And I was pretty psyched to see it because I'm rooting for DC to redeem themselves, for sure. I'm a DC fan, and I'm looking for them to redeem themselves.
And the movie is coming out this weekend.
This
It's
weekend.
coming out this coming weekend.
Oh, really? The first, second?
June 2nd.
Right, this coming weekend. So I'm online, and I see this article on my Google News, men outraged. And I'm like, yeah, I'm outraged. What are we outraged about? Men outraged at woman's only screening of Wonder Woman. What? So it's one theater. We don't need to lose. We don't need to lose our left testicle over
With
it.
a bunch of women?
So check this out.
That's fucking stupid.
I knew Ralph would be on.
That's fucked up. Why are you gonna do that, dude? That's
fucking bullshit
sexist.
is what it is.
That's sexist.
It
right
is.
there.
Absolutely.
Fuck you, women. Fuck you. Fuck Wonder Woman.
How do you really feel,
Get
Ralph?
your ass back in the fucking kitchen.
So it's one theater in San Antonio, I believe it was. Somewhere, I think it was
Probably. San Antonio's got the most fast food restaurants with them fat heifers.
Let it out, Ralph. Don't hold back.
I'm sorry, go ahead. That's not nice.
Dark side. And they said they announced it. I was on Twitter. They announced it or something. All day, or 2 showings or something. Only women. And it said, and it even said, and this kind of shocked me because we live in this weird gender fucked up society now.
Yeah.
But they even said on the Twitter feed or whatever it was where they were announcing this, the theater, and when we say women only, we really mean that. And I don't know if that was so don't show up, dudes, or if that was you gotta have a vagina. We're not saying if you feel a woman.
I'm pretty sure it means how people say I
identify.
identify as a woman.
You can't walk in with a penis.
No.
They're just
what are they
patting everybody down. What's this, ma'am? What is this?
What are they gonna do though? You dress up like a woman and everything, makeup and everything. They gonna check you, feel your balls?
That's what I'm wondering.
Dude, that's so fucked
And
up.
so apparently, and here's the real bullshit part about all this. Here's the real bullshit, guys. Because guys got on, it was on Facebook, that's where it was, that they announced it. And guys got on Facebook and was like, fuck you, this is a bunch of bullshit, it's sexist. And everybody was like, you fucking babies.
Yeah, let us have a fucking movie to ourselves.
Oh, they'd hang Trump by his nuts. It would be all his fault. And we're not going there, Nate, but I'm just saying, they would hang that dude by his nuts. They did a movie and they told us women couldn't come in here. He should be impeached. And Trump's like, what the fuck, I don't even like Wonder Woman.
So what did all them fish-eating, lesbian, fucking man-haters think of the movie?
I haven't heard that part. I'm still outraged. Last night I read it and I was like, what? And then the more I read the article, the more pissed off I got. And I was like, I'm telling the boys, well, I'm not going. I'm boycotting. I'll probably go see it.
I'm not going to see it. Fuck that bitch. Fucking Wonder Hole.
It'll give us a good reason to bitch about it if it sucks.
I hope it does suck, because all the fat ass on her periods would be like, oh, movie was great, it was so great. Fuck you.
Women power. It was so empowering.
Yeah, great. Fucker.
Yeah, you know, here's a little bit of irony for you women. The bitch,
Iron.
The bitch,
Get your ass in the kitchen and iron my fucking pants. There's your irony, motherfucker.
The bitch was pregnant while she was filming it.
Oh,
That's right. So there was a little man inside of her. That's right. We still run the universe. She's Wonder Woman, but she's got my baby inside her vagina.
Yeah.
Who's the man now?
Yeah. And
I'm Wonder Man. How about that?
For all you women out there, you guys say the baby came out of me. No, the baby comes out of me first.
That's right.
It comes out of us first to you, and if it likes your shit, it'll stay. If it doesn't, it'll bounce right back out. It'll be rolling down your ass crack.
Plug your ears, man. It's getting deep.
I'm just saying.
Just saying, man.
Just as a disclaimer, all the facts and opinions on here are only to the person's
We are so not
speaking.
We are so not uploading this one to YouTube.
I'm not sexist, right? That is
Fuck you guys.
bullshit.
Your podcast sucks.
I think it's just bullshit how fucking...
It is, man. Let's be realistic about shit. I get it, women power. Hey, man, I get it, and I'm all about like Wonder Woman's finally got a movie. That's cool, man. Ray, I dig Ray. I like Ray. I loved the bitch in Rogue One, whoever she was. Jyn Erso, thank you. I loved her. I thought she was awesome in Rogue One. But come on, man, we can't stop a woman from going anywhere at any
Except
moment.
the White House.
All right, enough of that.
Sorry, Nate.
Nate's
Perfect
going.
time. No, I mean, whatever. I mean, that's cool. Whatever. If they don't feel like they're important, then go see Wonder Woman by yourselves. But you know what? Don't get pissed off at us. We're going to see a Batman movie or something by ourselves. You know what I mean?
Why, Ralph? You going to fuck somebody? What are you doing, Ralph?
Exactly.
Why you got to go? Oh, only for men.
Exactly.
Right. What are you guys going to be doing? Screwing bitches afterwards?
Yeah, right. Right. But yeah, if we do... Oh my god, you just don't trust me. No, I don't trust your fucking ass, bitch. What the fuck's wrong with you?
That movie better be over by 8:30.
8:30, I'm coming to get you with my boys. You better hope you ain't got no deeker on your mouth. I'm sorry.
That's all I got. That's all I. Well played, Nate. Nate's like, nah, I'm gonna be the.
Nate ain't saying shit because he's fucking happily married.
Anyways, yeah, I just thought that was bullshit, and I had to rant about it. I was like, oh, this is fucking podcast material right here. I'm gonna stir the pot with Ralph.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, I have no problem with it if you afford me the same right.
Right, exactly.
If I have no problem with that. If you want to do a woman's day to go see a movie, fine.
It's called Mother's Day. Go see a movie. Go by yourself. Take the kids.
Why won't you take me?
Because it's Mother's Day. I'm not your fucking baby. You're not my mom. Go.
I'm just saying. I just want to be able to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, women, you can't come tonight. It's a guy's night. And that shit's never gonna happen in our lifetime.
Or put a sign on the theater that says men only.
Star Wars Episode 8, Men Only, opening night. Can't go see it.
Exactly. And then tomorrow you guys can go see it, but tonight it's only for the guys.
Right.
See how much fucking shit we get for that one.
Oh, man.
There'll be
the divorce rate would spike.
There's two versions of Episode 8. There's
the
the everybody version,
right.
and then there's the men version.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker's like, you want to go to the strip club?
He's like, so, Ben, I know you're hitting it with Ray. That's great. That's cool, man.
Yeah. So, Steve was supposed to make an appearance tonight, but I gotta go to work, so Steve's not gonna make it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Why?
That's not podcast material.
Oh, whatever. See, that's what I'm talking about. Fucking bullshit.
What time you gotta work?
4 o'clock.
Oh.
On the West Coast, Nate. I'll be there at 8. He's like, you work at 4 o'clock. I'm like, what, in California time? I don't know. I don't care to talk about it.
Wow. Not on the air.
I might murder somebody.
Alright, Steve.
So Steve's got news. That's why I got news. You keep pushing me out the door. Steve, I gotta work.
It's alright. We'll save that for some other time because we're assuming that we're gonna go see Wonder Woman.
Yeah, next
Friday.
week. Next week,
I'm gonna dress like a woman, and I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna.
gonna walk in like, I heard this is the only way I can see the movie.
Ralph's gonna get in there. All of a sudden, he's gonna start spinning around, and he's gonna change.
Classes, bracelets together. Woman power. But let's talk about the podcast and and give some props. And shout out to Mandy has put in. We have Janine that works for us now.
Janine.
I told her to pick out a nickname. It's an honorary because she's done so much goodness for the podcast.
She's awesome.
Yes.
Don't worry, fellas. We're not letting her on it.
So, she's going to be working on more of the administrative side of the podcast. We're expanding.
Yeah,
globally.
we're finally getting professional a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Just don't tell your wives.
Don't tell your wives. Tell your friends. All your friends, not your wives. But I do want to throw this out there. We got a website now, and it is kick-ass. Come check out the website, guys, because it's cool, it's fun, and you learn a little bit more about us, even though that's scary.
Yeah.
You learn a little bit more about me. These two have yet to finish it, but put their information on there. I kind of make it personal. But it's in the progress of being completed. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you.
Mandy.
See, right after we hated on some women, we're going to give some props that this is what women are really good at.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, taking care of things.
What's
the website?
Nerd Eye Council
at
Weebly.com.
Weebly.
At Weebly, is it .com or .net?
That is .com.
.com.
I'll be sure to put that
I made a Weebly in 5th grade.
In the description.
That don't matter.
Just want to throw that out there, guys.
Thanks. I have a MySpace. Do you know what that is?
Isn't that like the first ever social media?
Burn.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi don't know what MySpace is.
But as more of that stuff becomes available, we're also on YouTube.
We're on YouTube. Come check us out on Nerd-I Council at YouTube. That's our channel right now, and there's, like I said, 2/3 of our podcasts are on there, and we're going to start putting the new ones on there. So we're going to keep Podbean up. You can find us here. We're going to keep it up at least for a while.
If you do go to the YouTube page, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah,
that'll help us
give
out.
Give us a like if you like it. Comment, guys. We are dying to talk to you guys. We've got no friends. We work at TA. Nobody wants to talk to us.
And we're looking at merchandising options as well. T-shirts.
On the website, there's some T-shirts that we have out there. We have not ordered them yet. If you guys are interested, let us know, and we'll know how many to order. But some sick designs that we've kind of come up with. And plenty more surprises in store. We're expanding. We're getting professional.
Yeah.
At least Mandy is. We're not really too professional, but that's what makes it fun.
I gotta watch my language about women now. I'm sorry.
Also, yeah, Mandy, we love you. You don't count as all that trash talk on women.
No, women are great. They make the world go around.
That's right. Hey, we wouldn't exist without the womb.
Yeah, big asses make the whole world shake.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Also, we're gonna be on Facebook. She's tampering with that.
Yeah.
She's tweaking it out right now. But yeah, go check us out on YouTube. Keep looking for us on Podbean. Go to the website, Nerd-I Council at Weebly, WEEBLY.com. Alright, I think that's it, fellas.
That's it, yo.
That's everything.
Check us out next week.
All right.
We're going to give you our review of Wonder Woman.
Yep, it's out Friday. We will give you our Wonder Woman reaction if it's the savior.
If the men are allowed to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it saves the DC universe,
I hope.
or it continues its dark downward spiral
Well, if anybody
into
can do
a reboot.
A woman can save.
Amen. Amen, brother.
Just saying.
All right, and then we'll see you guys Friday.
Peace.
All right,
Peace out.
Peace out.